Byju's is the world's most valuable EdTech startup and it's been making headlines for many wrong reasons.
The company saw a loss of over 4,500 crore rupees, which is a surge of nearly 19 times when compared to a loss of 262 crore rupees in the previous year.
Out of the 50,000 strong workforce, they are looking forward to lay off at least about 2,500.
Byju's every single day in that financial year lost 12.5 crore rupees.
Hi everyone, welcome to Digital Report channel. In a world where education was confined to the four walls of a classroom, one company dared to break the mold and rose to the top. Byju's, the EdTech giant that promised to change the way we learn. With millions of users and billions in revenue, Byju's seemed unstoppable. But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. As the company expanded at breakneck speed, cracks began to show. Heavy losses, controversies, and unhappy customers threatened to bring down the once mighty Byju's. From a small village in Kerala to the top of the education world, Byju Ravindran's journey is nothing short of remarkable. Coming from Azikode, a small village in Kerala, Byju was an engineer with a shipping company based in the UK. While he was working, he started to help his friends prepare for the CAT exam, an entrance exam for getting into the best business schools in India. Byju's talent for teaching was evident, and to test himself, he also gave the CAT exam and secured 100 percentile. However, instead of joining one of the prestigious IIMs, Byju had other plans. He started teaching students for their mathematics exams. Initially, Byju took mathematics workshops for free, but as his confidence grew, he started charging a fee. At one point, his workshops were so popular that more than 20,000 students participated in one of them. In 2009, Byju started to record videos of his workshops, and with encouragement from his former students who had graduated from the IIMs, he launched Byju's classes. Think and Learn Private Limited was then formed to create content for school students, and in 2015, Byju launched Byjus, the learning app. The app was an instant success, and in its first year alone, it was downloaded by more than 5.5 million people. Byju's app offered video lectures, interactive quizzes, and practice tests for a range of subjects, including math, science, and social studies. What set Byju's apart from other EdTech startups was its focus on personalized learning. The app used adaptive algorithms to understand each student's learning style and pace, and offered customized recommendation for improvement. As Byju's grew in popularity, it also attracted the attention of investors. In 2016, the company raised $75 million in funding from Sequoia Capital and Sephona, two of the world's leading venture capital firms. This was followed by a series of funding rounds that raised over $1 billion in total, making Byju's one of the most valuable EdTech companies in the world. The company's expansion was not limited to India. In 2018, Byju's made its first international foray, acquiring TutorVista, a US-based online tutoring company. And in 2019, this was followed by the acquisition of Osmo, a Silicon Valley-based learning games company. These acquisitions helped Byju's expand its reach and offerings, catering to students across age groups and geographies. The COVID-19 pandemic further accelerated Byju's growth. As schools around the world were forced to shut down and shift to online learning, Byju's responded to the crisis by offering free access to its app for students in India and by launching a new platform, Byju's Classes, which offered live online classes for students in grades 4 to 12. This initiative was a huge success, with over 20 million students signing up for the platform in a matter of weeks. Today, Byju's is a global EdTech powerhouse with over 100 million registered users and a presence in over 170 countries. The company's offerings range from kindergarten to competitive exams, catering to students of all ages and backgrounds. Byju's, once the darling of Indian startup ecosystem, is now making headlines for all the wrong reasons. The EdTech giant has been hit by a series of controversies and losses in recent months, leading to a sharp decline in its valuation. The first blow came in September 2022 when Byjus released its financial results for the financial year ending in March 2021. The company reported a massive loss of 4,588 crore rupees, up from just 262 crore rupees losses in the previous financial year. Byju's founder and CEO, Byju Raveendran, attributed the losses to business model changes due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, many analysts believe that the company's aggressive expansion strategy and a high marketing cost were the main reasons for its financial woes. In the months that followed, Byjus was hit by a series of other controversies. In October 2022, it was reported that the company had not paid several of its vendors for months. In November 2022, Byjus was accused of misleading advertising in its marketing campaigns, and in December 2022, the company was fined 5 crore rupees by the Advertising Standards Council of India for false and misleading claims in its ads. The company was also accused of laying off employees without notice. These controversies have raised concerns about Byju's business practices and its corporate governance. As a result, the company's valuation has come under pressure. In 2023, Byjus was valuated at $22 billion, down from a peak of $46 billion in 2021. In addition to the controversies, Byjus has also faced challenges in the market. The online education market in India is highly competitive, and Byjus is facing increasing competition from rivals such as Unacademy and Vedantu. It remains to be seen whether Byjus will be able to overcome the challenges it's facing and continue to grow. As for the IPO, Byjus has not yet announced a timeline for its listing. However, the company is reportedly in talks with banks to prepare for a listing in the United States. If Byjus can successfully list on a public exchange, it would be the largest Indian startup to do so. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here at Digital Report channel. Please consider subscribing to our channel and liking it if you found this helpful.